Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support, and if you're new, well, thank you so much for being here. My name is Jeannie. This is a beauty channel. I do unboxings, I do makeup hauls, makeup tutorials, all things beauty. Also right now I have a huge giveaway going on. It's got so many amazing high-end products. All you have to do is be part of my beauty YouTube family by hitting the subscribe button, and then leave me a comment on the giveaway video which shows all of the goodies up for grabs. You have to leave a comment on the video because that's how the winner is chosen, through a comment picking app. So I'll leave the video linked in the description box below in case you're new, so it'll be super easy for you to find and get your entry. Today we're going to be doing my Ipsy Glam bag for the month of January. This is, well, it used to be $25, but I want to say it's like $27.99 now. But you do get full-size products in this bag, and you also get to customize 3 of the products, which I really, really like. I wish that BoxyCharm would follow suit with that. But anyhow, so we're going to unbox my Glam bag and then a couple of add-ons, and then we're going to create this look together with the products in the bag. Now, let me just say that most of the time, when I do these, or at least in the past when I have done these, I'll kind of like take a second to talk about each product, let you know what I think about them. But this time I'm going to first unbag everything quickly, show you the items, and then if you want to hang out for the portion where we try everything on, we create this look with the products, that is where I'm going to talk about the products, just for the interest of saving time, because sometimes I don't mean to, but then these videos go on for like 45 minutes and that's not the intent. We're just trying to unbox, create a pretty look, and see how the products work. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on the product, just hang out to the later part of the video where we create the look together, and I will let you know how I feel about everything there. Let's start with my add-ons. I did pick up the Briogeo Farewell Frizz. This is a blow drying lotion. I actually just got done with a mini, it's like a blue Brazilian blowout that I got out of the Ipsy regular Glam bag, and I absolutely love that stuff. I haven't tried this one, but I do know the brand and I trust the brand, and I thought it would be interesting to try out because I needed a new one. So I was able to pick up a full size of that, whoops, on the sale. There we go, dropping stuff. And then my other add-on for this was the Tula Skincare Rose Glow Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. I actually already own this product. This product came in a former Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, but I really, really, really like the product, and I don't see it all the time on the sales, and this is something that I use almost on a daily basis, and if not every single day, I use it a lot. So I wanted to go ahead and grab one for my backup drawer because I do really like it. So this is something that after I put my face primer on, or, you know, during that time, I might put this on first and then my face primer. It really doesn't matter. But before I put on my foundation and my concealer, I will use this product, and it feels really cooling and nice under the eyes. I do have it on today, and I love this product. So I wanted one for my backup drawer. Now, next, I'll show you the 2 products that Ipsy picked for me. So they picked the Rowan Beauty, what is the name of, this is their Cake Mascara in black Noir, I think that's just how you say black in another language. But, so when I first saw it, I was like, oh great, another mascara, whatever. But I was pleasantly surprised by this mascara, and we'll get into that in the second part of the video. Like I said, let me try and hold true to what I just said. I said I wasn't going to talk about the products. I was just going to show them, and we'll talk about them in the second half of the video. So let me try and hold true to that. The second item that Ipsy picked for me was by Fenty Beauty, and it is the Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter in the shade Hustler Baby. And I will quickly show you the shade, and of course we will use it in the later part of the video together. But that is the shade on it. Next this is a product that I chose, and it is from Hip Dot. It is a 4-piece brush set, an eye brush set. I actually love trying new brushes, and I have not used any from this brand before. So I was interested in giving them a try. The packaging on them is so cute. It's like an ombre barrel, and let me just say now, I completely forgot to use these in the eye look today, but I will use them on my upcoming video where I use the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette. I had gotten a BoxyCharm sale haul this month, and I'm going to do a video trying out some of those products, and that palette is one of the products I'm going to try, and I will use these brushes for that video, but I did forget to use them for this video. And then the next product that I chose was from Girlactic, and this is a metallic eye sparkle in the shade Chick. This is not something that I used today because I used the eyeshadow palette that I got, but I'm actually really, really impressed with this, and I do show you a swatch of it later in the video. And then last but not least, from Formula Z, I got the So Pretty eyeshadow palette. Again, this is something that I chose for myself. I will say I was quite surprised when I opened it because it didn't look like pressed glitters in the picture of it on Ipsy. It just looked like shimmers, but this is what the palette looks like. And when I saw this palette up for choice, I was kind of like, I had never heard of the brand. I had never used anything from the brand, but I'm really, really glad that I got an opportunity to try it. I was able to create this gorgeous look with it, and I think very highly of it, and I can't wait to try more from the brand. And I think the packaging is adorable with the iridescent. Also, it does have magnetized closure, which I like. And yeah, so that's the unbagging. Now let's get into the makeup look and what I really think about all of these products. Hey beauties, okay, let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into creating the look. Now for this one, I did things a little bit different than normal. I completed all of one side, like I did everything, and then we'll do the other side with all of the products together. And I did it this way for one, just to like save time, and for two, so that you can really get a good idea of what the products have done for me. So like the mascara, the palette, the highlight, everything is done on this side, and this side is primed and set and ready to go. Also, I have some blush on, but that's it. So let's go ahead and start with the eye shadow palette. I did something a little bit different than my normal style. I have done a style like this before on my channel, but I normally go with you know, a different style, but this is what I wanted to try, and I'm actually really glad I did. I think it looks really sultry and beautiful. And we're going to start by, of course, my eye is primed and set, but we're going to start with this dark color in the palette called, what is it called? Legend. And this is an Anastasia Beverly Hills dual-ended brush. These are the brushes that come in the palettes, but I like the tip on this side for starting out whenever I'm going to do kind of like a spotlight or a halo eye. It just seems to work pretty well for me. And I'm going to start by picking up some of that dark matte brown and just patting it right on the outer edge of the eye and getting it like right into the socket line and then all the way down to the lash line, but keeping it on the outer edge portion of the eye. And I'm just kind of stamping it right onto my eye. That shadow is really, really pigmented. I am going to touch one more time into the shadow and again stamp it right in that same area just to really build that color up. And so it should look like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the inner corner part of the eye. And again, just stamping that color on there, being a little bit more careful with my placement on the inner eye part, because it's really easy with dark colors on the inner corner to make it look like you have a black eye instead of eyeshadow. Okay, so once I have it laid down, it looks a little crazy, but trust the process. Now I'm going to grab a thin pencil brush like this, and I'm going to dip into that same color, and I'm just going to trace my crease area with the color, like right into my socket basically. And I'm going to do that from the inner corner all the way in the middle into the outer corner. Just kind of doing like a circle with it. And then having a skinny brush like this, it does help get that dark pigment in the very inner corner of the eye without getting it like all over. This shadow, you guys, also really surprised me. I did not expect to like this palette as much as I do. These colors are just gorgeous. Like even that matte color is just so pretty. Okay, and so once I have a good amount of shadow in that crease, I'm going to take I'm going to take this brush by LaRousse. These are really expensive brushes that I got in BoxyCharm, and I actually really like these brushes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some of this lighter matte color in the palette, kind of like a pinky tan mauve color, and I'm just going to blend out the edges of that darker brown with this, and keeping everything in a very circular form. Like I don't want to take it and blow out the edges with it. That's like my go-to look that I do a lot, but with this one I just kind of want to keep things very rounded. So like very rounded, and just really using this color as a transition color to blend out the harshness of the edges of the dark color. So it should look like that. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of a primer. For this step, you're going to want a primer that has some coverage. This is a really good, inexpensive option. It is from M2U NYC. This actually also came out of an Ipsy, but I think they retail for like $8 or $9. And as you're about to see, it provides a lot of coverage, almost like a full coverage concealer. And this is the type of product you're going to want for this. And I'm going to take it and just literally bring it right in. See how bright it is, and how much coverage that has. It's crazy. That's like more than like a full coverage concealer. But anyhow, so I'm just going to make a line from my socket area right down to the lash line. And again, I'm just stamping the product right on there. And then I'm going to take a flat brush like this one. This came out of a BoxyCharm. And I'm going to use this brush just to lightly pat over that primer. And again, I'm just focusing this on the center of the lid, not taking it too far outwards or too far inwards, but just blending that primer in a bit. when you're done, it should look like this. I need to blend that a little bit more in the center. So just like that. And then next, with my finger, I'm going to take this shimmer in the palette right here. I'm going to take some on my finger and just tap it right over the primer. And just making sure to cover the primer completely. And don't worry if you lose a little bit too much of the dark on either side, because you can always go back in with a tad more and just very lightly blend it in. Right now, just worry about getting that shimmer placed down. And so now what I'll do is I'll go back in with that same brush that I used the dark color with, and I don't even need to put any additional product on it, but I'll just very lightly kind of touch over the line of where the dark shadow and the light shimmer meet, and just kind of like pat on that line with the brush, and it'll blend those edges out and make the colors blend into each other much more seamlessly, so that you're not having a ton of harshness where the colors are meeting. More of a smooth transition. See how that smoothed it out? And just continue on with that until you feel like it looks good and it doesn't look harsh. And then we're going to use both glitters because why not? We're trying this palette out. Normally I would use a glitter glue, but I actually looked up this palette online and read reviews on it. And because of the reviews that I read, I decided just to try it without a glitter glue and see what would happen. And you really, really don't need a glitter glue with this. This is not a... It is a pressed glitter, but it's not like a hard pressed glitter. It's got a little bit of softness to it, to where you want to just press very lightly, kind of just pat your finger on there and pick it up. Look how pretty that is, you guys. And you won't have much of a problem. And then just pat it right on over that shimmer color in the center of the lid. If you want, of course, you can always use a glitter glue. Most times when I use glitters, I do. But like I said, I had read the reviews on this and I didn't think that I would need one, and I was right. So now I'm going to pick up the golden glitter on my finger as well. Really pretty copper glitter. And then I'm going to just tap that right on top of the first glitter. So this glitter really, really, really does stick on very nicely. I took a chance by going on what I saw online and it worked out. But I did just grab the towel that I was wiping the glitter off on, and now I literally have it all over my hands. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So I'm grabbing a wet wipe because I don't want it all over my face. I'm going to try and get some of this glitter off of my hand. I don't want to end up with it all over my face. See, this is my only thing with glitter. I used to use glitter all the time, and not so much recently because I love the way it looks, but I hate the mess that it makes. Like, I swear to God, every time I use glitter, every time I do my makeup in my station here after that, for like the next 2 weeks, I have glitter somewhere on my face. So anyhow, so this is where we're at with the look. And for the most part, it's pretty much done. Of course, I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer, set it down, then put something on the lash line, and then we'll do liner and all of that as well. But what I want to do first is just take a quick look and make sure that I didn't lose a ton of the darkness. And if I did, it's very easy to fix. What I would do, is I would just go and pick up that pencil brush, dip back into that deep color, and just kind of touch up any areas where I feel like I may have lost more than I wanted to of that color, and just kind of stamp it right back on there. But really, that really didn't happen too much here, so I don't need to do a whole lot of that. Maybe just a little bit up here. And then there was not a highlight shade for me to use. So what did where is what I used? Oh yes, I used the Aether Beauty Desert Sunset palette, which I have been in love with since I got it out of my BoxyCharm. And I used the highlight shade in there. And that's what I am going to do again. So I'm going to grab, where is the brush I used for it? Okay, so kind of like, I can't believe I can't find the one I was using. Anyways, I'm just going to grab a small brush like this. The one that I used initially was smaller than this, but I'll just go in a little bit lighter handed because I don't want this to take the look over. I just want to give it a little bit of just accentuate it just a bit on the inner corner and the brow bone, but I don't want it to take the look over, so to speak. So just a little bit like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off, do my concealer really quick and my setting, and I'll be right back to finish everything off with you. Okay, loves, I'm back, and I did my concealer, and then I added a little bit of both of the mattes underneath the lash line, so the dark brown and the lighter matte. I didn't do it on camera because, you guys, it's nothing revolutionary. It's taking a pencil brush, the same one I used before, and just placing some shadow under the lash line. And I also did my liner because it wasn't something that I was using that was part of the bag that I got today. But I do just want to mention it really quickly. This is the Ico Black Magic Liquid Liner in Cocoa Edit. I actually bought this on an Ipsy add-on. This came in my Ipsy regular glam bag this month, and I have been absolutely loving it. When I do my liquid liner, I don't do it all the way across. I start about halfway and do a very thin line on the lid, and then just kind of extend it just a little bit on the edges just to elongate the eye. I have deep set hooded eyes, so bringing liner all the way across my eye hides all of the hard work that I did on my shadow, but doing it in the way that I do it kind of just elongates the eye and, you know, gives the final touches on it. But this eyeliner is the best couple dollars I have spent in a long time, you guys. This stuff is amazing. I love it. So the eyeshadow look is done, but we're going to check out the mascara together. You can see the difference from this eye that I have it on and then this eye that I don't, you guys. It literally almost looks like I have falsies on. Now, a lot of that has to do with extra length and volume in my lashes due to lash serums that I have been using. But this mascara really surprised me. I did not expect to like it as much as I do. But it is really, really good, you guys. I did use 2 full coats, and I'm bringing it from root to tip on the lashes. But this stuff kind of does it all. It volumizes, it lengthens, it separates really, really well. This is a really, really nice mascara, and this is definitely something that I would repurchase. Like, honestly, you guys, it makes me look like I have a set of lashes on. Do you see that? Now, I do like to let that dry down a little bit before I go in with the second coat. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the Fenty Highlighter. Of course, I do have it on this side of my face. Have just a tiny little bit right here on the tip of my nose and my Cupid's bow. When I originally saw this, I was excited for a Fenty highlighter. I love Fenty Beauty. And I think it's beautiful, but I was worried that the color would be like a little bit too deep for an actual highlight for me. So I was kind of trying to think of, you know, other things that I could use it for or whatever, or maybe that I would be able to get a lot of good use out of it when my skin hit a little bit more of a tan in the summertime. But I was actually really pleasantly surprised. So when applied with a brush, it's not over the top at all. And it's really, really, really pretty. And it goes a lot better on my skin tone than I thought it would. Like, it's really, really pretty. I really like this highlighter. So this is definitely something that I will get a lot of use out of. I just kind of feel like I'm not as excited over highlighters as I used to be because I have so freaking many of them with all of my subscription boxes. But this is a really, really nice one. And I will definitely use this. I mean, do you see how pretty? And I thought it would be too dark for me. So that was a really, really nice surprise. And let's go ahead and go in with the second coat of the Rowan mascara. By the way, this is what the brush looks like on that. It's a really, really nice brush. And it feels really luxe. Oops, I got a little bit like right here. Do you guys ever do that? I gotta wipe it off before it dries. And then just take, where is my little brush that I used the highlight color with, and then just kind of, you don't even have to put any more product on it, just kind of go over that area and it'll re-put that highlight color on there that I just wiped off. But yeah, so that is not clumpy. It separates beautifully. It definitely lengthens and somehow volumizes all at the same time. I mean, do you guys see that? It speaks for itself. I'm impressed with this mascara, and like I said, this is definitely something that I'll repurchase to keep in my collection. So that is it. We did try out the products that we could try, but you guys, I did realize about halfway through this, I meant to use the brushes that I got and I forgot. So not to worry, we will definitely use these brushes in an upcoming video. In fact, probably tomorrow I'm going to be recording a video using the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette that I got in a BoxyCharm sale. And I'm going to be trying out some of the BoxyCharm products that I got in the sale this past month. So I will use those in that video. And since we did not use the Galactic liquid metallic shadow, I thought I would at least show you guys a quick swatch. This stuff literally goes on so nice for a liquid shadow. A lot of times it can look really cakey and cracky on the skin unless you have a good one. Now, I love a good liquid shadow, but it's got to be a good one. Otherwise, at 36 years old, it's going to show every little texture I have on my lids. This is a good one. Do you see how smooth it looks? So I'm really excited to try this, and I will definitely use it on an upcoming video so that you all can see it in action soon. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon on my next video. Bye.